One of the biggest company in the world of home electronics, it's actually General Electric, and they actually created the first electric refrigerator back in 1927, way before my time, and it cost $7,000. Just think about that in today's term. Most refrigerators will say $1,000 to $2,000, but this was $7,000. So enough of the history lesson. Now, if you fast forward to today, General Electric has the GE Hub. And I would say it's a product that I am very interested in, but it's missing something that I'll get into a little bit later in the video. Now, I would say it's probably one of the coolest and the most unique home appliances I've seen in the kitchen in quite some time. But at the same time, it's very familiar to anyone who has used it. And I know it sounds weird, but it makes sense, I promise you. Now, I'm referring to the GE Hub, and I'll get into a little bit more details of what the GE Hub is. But just to kind of put it simply said, the GE Hub, when it initially came out, was just a hood vent. That's it. It was just simply a hood vent. But I think we can both agree, if you look at the GE Hub, I'll put a picture up here, from a distance, there's no doubt it's a over-the-range microwave with a smart touchscreen display. That's what it looks like. It doesn't look like anything else. Actually, the location that you put it in, you would think, oh, it's a microwave. With that said, I will say this. I think with how cheap tablets are today, I think every microwave should have a smart touchscreen or like a touchscreen built into it. I don't think it would cost manufacturers too much money to add this smart technology to your microwave. Now, I will say this also. I think it's an ingenious idea to put a tablet on a microwave. It's just like it fits perfectly. And I feel like more manufacturers should do this. But at this point, GE is the only manufacturer that I've found that actually offer this smart hood vent at this point, which is weird. It's just like, it just makes so much sense in my mind. And, I will say this, and I'm sure you may feel the same. Up until now, I've really never been excited about home appliances. This is like the first time in a long time that I've been excited about home appliances. So I really appreciate that, GE. Keep up the good work. Now, with that said, according to The Verge, this is The Verge, really big news website. They do a lot of big-time interviews. This was actually originally supposed to be released in 2018, but it was not. So there was delays with the original GE Hub. Fortunately, I think it was released at a later date, but I couldn't find exactly when this was released. But I think maybe 2019. Who knows? But it is available right now. It's on GE's website for I think about around $790, and it's on clearance, which is weird. But when this guy first came out, it was $1,200, so it wasn't a cheap microwave. Now this only comes in one color option, which is stainless steel. So if you got a different color refrigerator, this may not work with your decor. But my guess is this hood vent, it didn't sell too well. And the reason I think that is because if you go on YouTube or if you go online, I can't find any reviews on this guy at all. So I feel like General Electric, they decided, you know what, we're going to go back to the drawing board and do something else because at this point in time, it's just a hood vent. I feel like I'm going to say that a lot of times. It was just a hood vent. And it's like I need more than a hood vent in my kitchen. So I can't really give any feedback in terms of how the hood vent performed. when it was released. So it's kind of sad, but I feel like it was just such a waste for GE just to release a hood vent. Now, I'm going to make this video really quick because I just want to inform you guys when version 2 will be coming out for the hub. I think they're going to be calling the hub 2.0. Yeah, the hub 2.0. Now, it looks like I found this on but I found it on Best Buys. They have like a Q&A section. I'll put it on the screen here. And a customer asked, hey, when is version 2 coming out? Or when is GE Hub 2.0 coming out? And from what an agent said from GE is it'll be out in 2023. They didn't give a time period in 2023. So it was very vague, but 2023, well, you know, all the delays and chip shortages, it could come out in the first half, it could come out in the second half. So we just don't know. According to GE, it's going to have the same 1080p screen that's on the original. So that's nice. 1080p is better than 720, I guess. And spoiler, believe it or not, it's going to be more than just a hood vent. And again, the hood vent kind of just shied me away from this unit. But spoiler alert again, it's going to have a microwave built into it, which the first hub should have had in the first place. But it didn't have. And you know, when I think about, because I'm kind of sour about this. I'm really kind of sour about this hood vent thing. It's just like I seen it, I was so excited, and I feel like I was. If you guys ever heard the term catfished, I feel like I was catfished. If you don't, look it up. Look it up. I'm not going to go into details of what catfishing is, but I felt that way, and I almost felt a bit deceived in terms of what you were getting when you purchased this guy. Other than that, it's going to be running Android. General Electric didn't disclose which version of Android this guy will have, but I'm assuming that when this guy does come out in 2023, it will have the latest version of Android. I don't see why it wouldn't. Also, this guy, and this is kind of important, it is going to be certified, so you can pretty much gain access to the Play Store and download your favorite apps for the hub itself. I think it would be kind of cool to kind of be able to watch a guy like me on YouTube in your kitchen, but at the same time, just have that nice integrated look. I'm always into this like integrated look. Everything kind of just looks seamless, so it would be nice. And you know, it kind of reminds me of, if you guys remember, well, actually not remember, it's still out at this point, is the Samsung Family Hub refrigerator that had an integrated touchscreen. I thought that was kind of cool. I will say it was a bit pricey. I think they were running about $4,000, but definitely, you know, if someone came over to your house, it was definitely a discussion piece. Now, in terms of the size of the GE Hub 2.0, it's going to have a 1.9 cubic foot microwave. So that's sort of like the standard size. But so you'll be able to make popcorn and warm up things, which we all do. But it's also going to have Bluetooth, and this is kind of important. And maybe one of the most important things is you're going to need Bluetooth if you want this unit to produce some sort of audio. So you won't be able to hear anything because there's no speakers built in. So I just wanted to kind of point that out to you guys if you're thinking of picking this guy up in 2023. So there's some cool things with this microwave, smart microwave, that I also wanted to point out. It's going to have some software called Command Center. And some of the things you'll see with the Command Center, it's going to have Amazon Dash. You know those buttons that you can just press and it'll allow you to reorder things on Amazon. It's going to have that built into the microwave or smart hub itself, which I think is kind of cool. With that said, while we're talking about Amazon, I think this is going to integrate well in an Amazon ecosystem as well as the Google ecosystem. But there hasn't been any word if this will work with the Apple ecosystem, which hopefully it will. Hopefully it works with HomeKit. Other than that, it's going to have some really, really cool technology. It's going to have a technology called Scan to Cook. And you're probably asking, Dave, well, what's Scan to Cook? It's going to give you the ability, right, to use, because it has a downward facing camera, and it's going to give you the ability to scan containers with a scan bar on it, which is kind of cool. And it's going to allow for you to set the proper temperature and set the proper time for the item that you just scanned. Let me give you an example. So let's say you want to warm up a Hot Pocket. You would grab the box for the microwave, and the microwave, after you scan the box, is going to determine the exact temperature the microwave should be to warm up the microwave and the exact time. And then a few minutes later, you're going to have the perfect Hot Pocket. So I think that is pretty cool. Now, it also has a forward-facing camera, so you can video chat with your friends and family on any of the video chatting apps like Zoom or I don't know what Android has, to be honest with you, but I guess Zoom. What else is out there? I don't know. Maybe there's Duo. Is it Google Duo? I think it's Google Duo. Yeah, but there hasn't been any word. I feel really bad because I don't really keep up with Android that much. I guess that's why I'm an Apple fan dad. But there's no word if you can actually switch to, let's say, the downward facing camera. If maybe you wanted to potentially show your family and friends what food you're cooking. I hope they should give you the ability to do that, but I haven't been able to find anything that would suggest that at all. Still talking about the cameras. GE will be providing a application called Flavory, and at first glance with Flavory, it's just a application that has a lot of recipes where you can filter different types of food you're looking for. But it did have a interesting thing with the downward facing camera again. Downward facing camera we just talked about a second. It's going to give you the ability to scan the food. So we're talking about some artificial intelligence stuff here. So I guess if you have like a steak, the artificial intelligence will, say, hey, this is a steak. And then it will make recommendations on what kind of steak you should make, which that is pretty good. Now, don't know how well this is going to work, but I will say you actually have to start somewhere. So I think this is a move in the right direction to, make your kitchen a lot smarter. Now, another thing that's worth mentioning is, let's say, Flavory gives you a recipe and you're entering all your ingredients. Flavory will know if you missed a particular ingredient and remind you, hey, you missed the paprika, or you missed the salt, or you missed the pepper. Pretty cool as well. Again, not sure how well this is going to work, but it's a step in the right direction. Other than that, this is really going to wrap up the video. Just wanted to put this video out. I will say I am really excited for this microwave to come out in 2023. I will be ordering one. Hopefully you will as well. But if you have any questions about the G Hub 2.0, let me know in the comments below. If you like the video, press the like button. Really helps me out. And if you like what you've seen today with Apple Fan Dad, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.